So I don't know about you guys, but there really is nothing quite like a beautiful night sky. However, I gotta admit, this is pretty damn lame. Now don't get me wrong, I think that a night sky is beautiful. I think all these stars, the moon of course, pretty cool stuff. Now don't get me wrong, I think the stars, the moon, it's all gorgeous. And I love me some night maps. The ambience, the environment, it's all great. But you know what it's missing? More space. Now, it might not be realistic, but I gotta tell ya, what if we could turn any Garry's Mod map into a space terrarium? Well, that's more like it. And that's exactly what this is. This is the Environment Space Projector. And I do want to thank Small Potato TV for suggesting. By the way, Small Potato TV, I have done so many of your suggestions, so I don't know if we're just on the same wavelength or something, but you always suggest things that I love to do videos on, so I thank you so much for your support. And of course, everyone else that does suggest things in my Discord, by the way, check it out down below if you want to suggest anything for future videos. But today we're going to talk about this, and it's very simple, guys. This is not going to be a long video. You press E. You see a holographic effect start to illuminate the sky. You look up and you notice there is certainly a lot more objects floating around. Dust clouds, different orbs of varying degrees of color and luminance. It's beautiful. And it's funny because when I did a video on this, I don't recall seeing the cloud, but now that I'm seeing it, that's pretty cool stuff. If we do go in a little bit closer, we could see, whoa, that's pretty cool. We got a nice little asteroid field here and an entire star. Alright, so it's not realistic, but you know what? It's beautiful. We have another sun here, a smaller sun. Whoa, that's pretty cool stuff. The way it kind of reflects on the water like that, I absolutely dig it. Alright, now I know what you're thinking though. Whoa, Necros. This makes no sense. I mean, this is not what I would typically expect in a map like this, and I get it. Now, the cool thing about this is, it's all procedurally generated. That's right. Every time you spawn this in, you will not always get the same effect. Now, I was going to say about these asteroid fields, they look incredible, but I hate that you have to get so close to see it. However, it's more so my light source, because if we were to zoom in right now, that asteroid field is still there. It's just, it's so damn dim that you can't really see it from the ground. One way you can fix this is, of course, bringing your own lamp, illuminating it yourself, just like that. And if you do want to get rid of it, simply go to color, change the transparency to 0, and then there you go. That's how you get a lighting source without having to see the source of where that light is coming from. Now we can enjoy the beauty and the grandeur of this awesome set of rings. Alright, this is one way to do it. If I take it away, I mean, how lame does this look? Alright, so I understand that, well, it's not much of a mod, and if all we did was just spawn it a billion times on that one map, that would be a pretty lame video. So we're on a different map, and I wanted to see how well this works on maps of varying degree of nightness. Here we can see we're approaching, I believe, sunset. You could even say borderline twilight as well. It's definitely dark enough for the crickets to be out, but let's see if it's too dark for our little space projector here. And I mean, it starts to look a little funky when you just start to see random floating objects in broad daylight like that. And it's not supposed to be realistic, of course, but, well, we're missing a lot here, and I think that's a problem. The good news is, of course, every time you do spawn it in, it's always random. So now we do got some different stuff going on. Now, something that's really important as well is the lighting effects. As you can tell from this being, well, clipped through the map, they do phase through objects, or at least you could still see that light even through objects. I mean, yeah, that looks a little funky. So the creator does not recommend using this on a map with a lot of buildings, because of course those obstructions could cause some pretty significant issues. Now, I do think it's kind of funny when you pick this thing up and you move it around, it just kind of moves everything with it. It truly is like one of those projectors you can get at Walmart, just for an entire map in Garry's Mod. Alright, and the last map that we will be taking a look at in today's video is the only forest map. And you know what? The way this is set up, despite the very obvious boxy skybox, in terms of setup, this should be the optimal viewing experience because it's dark, but it's not too dark. and there's not really any light pollution. So let's go ahead and spawn this sucker in and see what we get. Alright, that is what I'm talking about. This is pretty sick. Now, the green cloud right here really does kind of fit the general aesthetic of this skybox in particular, and we can see some beautiful stars over there that you can gaze upon, as well as some planets that are obviously a little, you know, tiny bit too close. But I love it. It really does proliferate the sky in a way that just makes it almost dreamlike. And I would say this is a net improvement on this map in particular. Now, some of the gas clouds can be a little too close, but you know what? That is a vibe. I mean, look at this. Look at that. You know what? That's the thumbnail right there. Bam. Alright, but of course that was just one instance. Let's go ahead and do another one. Now, there is a bug where if you delete it while it's still on, the next time you try to turn it on the next one, it'll say no, but just simply press E on it again, and it will then turn on. And whoa! Whole different vibe this time. So no more clouds. We didn't get a single one. But look at all these objects. Way more objects than the last time, and that's pretty cool to see. So again, your mileage may vary. This is one of my favorite ones. Just the density of all the objects in the sky. Really is a cool look. Now again, you will have that issue with lights kind of like phasing through things or just being visible even through materials. That's an issue with the engine apparently, and there's not really much of a fix that can be done according to the creator's own comment. Alright, one more just for space sake, because guys, I love space. That's a big reason why I wanted to do a video on this. Whoa, we got a lot more clouds, and this might be my favorite one so far. You know what? I take it back. Maybe this is the thumbnail right here. Absolutely beautiful. You could get so many good results with this. A lot of cloud action going on here, and we can see some varying colors as well. I mean, that is awesome. The pink and the orange and the yellows kind of coming together. Down here we got some purple action as well with the pink. It's like a pinkish red. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And it does kind of fill up the map in a very good way. Like, there's tons of little things here that you could just see from any part of the map. So it's not just this little area. It truly kind of is the entire map until you get way out here at least. But you know, the cool thing is, you can spawn more than one. Let's go and spawn two. Alright. Now we have double the objects. And this is honestly really cool. Like, I know it's pretty trivial. Oh, and there is a bug where sometimes you'll get a random ring around you. I thought that was the strangest description, but this is my first time seeing it, so thankfully I did read the add-on description to know that that is a known issue. Wow. That's pretty cool stuff. Now, if we delete everything, look at how lame that is. But what do you guys think down below? Ultimately, you guys are, of course, the ultimate judge. Did you think this mod was pretty neat, or did you think it was kind of stupid? Personally, I absolutely love this mod. It's just so cool. It reminds me of those little things we'd have that shine the light on the ceiling as kids. Although, actually, they still make those, so I guess that's not really a kid thing. Anyway, you guys know what to do. If you want to leave a like and subscribe, it's all down below. Links will be in the description as always. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this until the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and until then, thanks for watching, and farewell.